I really love working with the students and mentoring them. I find myself harkening back to my corporate days where I worked with a team of people who I could be around and creatively work together and work toward goals that were professional and taking us to new places in corporate work or agency work. So I really tried to live that out with my students in the classroom with the kinds of experiences we have, and I find myself pretty engaged in that because it's a lot of fun. Let's see, I have students that pursue a lot of different kinds of fields. I teach in advertising, public relations, and interactive web management. And a commonality to all those areas is digital learning, being involved in creating messages, visuals, writing that speaks to different audiences. And so I find my students really able to get into a lot of different types of careers and fields. So some of them might end up in advertising agencies or digital marketing firms. Some of them might end up in corporations or nonprofits. So when I think about the students that have the most successes, it's the ones that can take every opportunity when they're here at Oshkosh, in the classroom and in extracurriculars. And a student who goes to UW Oshkosh, we may not be the biggest school, but those students can end up in big cities working for big brands that we've all heard of when they apply their skills and knowledge in that direction. So those are probably my favorite stories, are the students that are able to do that. Well, my undergraduate degree is in journalism. I have a master's in business administration and then a Ph.D. in journalism and mass communication. So those fields intersect in kind of interesting ways when we think about persuasive messages that we're trying to get into the marketplace, or maybe trying to understand in the marketplace about how those messages affect society and how they're increasingly taking digital platforms to reach audiences. So all those areas continue to evolve, and it makes for a challenging and really interesting line of work. Most of my research involves digital platforms where, again, different groups of people are engaging with persuasive content that might be from brands or public relations campaigns or issues that are circulating in society. So that research has taken me a lot of different places. It's taken me to virtual games and social media platforms. So my research has really spanned games, Facebook, Twitter, other places where those messages are happening and consumers are engaging. A student who's considering enrolling in Oshkosh has a lot of really great choices in front of them. And in my field and working in journalism and working with students in different levels of advertising, public relations, and interactive web, that there's a lot of choices, and they can almost put together the experiences and features of what they want to learn and what they want to do together when they go through their degree program. So there are certain classes that they need to take, but there's a lot of extras that they can choose from, so they can really tailor their passions and experiences together in their learning. So to me, I always say, I have a lot of students who are examples of this. They went to our department or interactive web to pursue a certain kind of interest that they might have had. They got more than they expected, and they were able to make it in the big city or the big agency or wherever they want to go, or just really make an impact at a nonprofit. So I would tell students that you can pursue your interests and your dreams at Oshkosh, and there's a lot of faculty and staff who are able to help you with that.